Hello, Ghost fans, hunters, and skeptics. Today is Wednesday, October 17th of 2018, and it is also National Pasta Day!
Woohoo! Pasta!
Pasta!
Pasta, pasta!
Pasta Day is being observed today as it has been for annually for quite some time. So whether if you are a fan of lasagna, spaghetti, macaroni, ravioli, cannolis, linguine, rigatoni, tortellini, penne, fettuccine, orzo, spezzo, vermicelli, manicotti, ziti, or rotini, today is your day.
Those are all amazing pastas.
It's your day. It is. They are amazing pastas. And it's your day to go out and have a big heaping bowl of your favorite pasta concoction with whatever sauce you want to put on it that you like. Whether it be a white sauce, a red sauce, maybe just a little bit of oil, olive oil fried up with some garlic. Yummy. Or a nice marinara sauce. Yeah, maybe with a meatball or two.
There's a problem
that would be
for
so
one of
good.
our fans.
So that would be awesome as well.
Surely can't get on here.
So join us as we enjoy a big bowl of pasta. So what's your favorite pasta? For me, I like them all. But yeah, I'm a pasta guy. So there you have it. Anyway, I'm your purveyor of pasta host, Tom. And with me in the studio is another pasta aficionado, the unpaid intern, Phoenix.
All the pasta.
Yes. We have a great show planned for you tonight, as we do every show. Now sit back, relax, and allow me to be your guide into the familiar unknown. What?
He did.
Huh?
He did. Guess what?
What?
You're live.
Oh my god. I'm sorry, everyone. I haven't been on the show for a couple weeks because I've been working like 12-hour days at my real job. And I think we're finally about done.
Oh, good.
Oh, good, so I can get my life back to normal because it's been a hectic month so far, being this is our fiscal year end, and it's been pretty busy. So anyway, enough about that. To those of you new to our show, let me tell you who we are at the Skeptic Sanctum. We might be a group of people that may or may not live in a dark basement full of enchanted items needed to destroy any kind of evil, mythological monster or demon should they rise up against humanity. Or we are just a team of individuals interested in the paranormal and the supernatural who simply want to believe. But we also want proof. And of course, we want the facts. And now for the format of our show, because if you've listened to us before, you all know that we are not your normal paranormal show. It is our goal at the Skeptic Sanctum to take you, the paranormal fans, the ghost hunters, supernatural skeptics, and others on a humorous yet informational ride through the paranormal genre. And therefore, our formula is very simple. We are 25% facts, 25% fun, 25% beer, because that's pretty much what keeps me in a chair, and 25% stuff we make up as we go along. Just keeping it real. And since pasta is my third favorite food, behind beer and pizza, we at the Skeptic Sanctum always give you, the ghost fans, supernatural skeptics, paranormal pundits, ectoplasm collectors, and whatever else you do out there, 103% of pure paranormal education, entertainment, and fun. And as always, we are live for tonight's show. In fact, we are always live somewhere in the space-time continuum. Especially tonight. And possibly we were live in the past. But we will be live in the future if you replay this show when we were live when we taped it, and that will make us live yet again.
Yeah, we'll get a picture on Facebook Live, Tom.
We at the Skeptic Sanctum plan to bring you more guests this year and next, more remotes from events, and even trying to be even a little bit more skepticaler. Like we weren't skeptical enough already. Well, how can you keep track? Well, those of you listening probably already know, but if you don't, this is your first time, you can catch our whereabouts of what's going on and where we're going and what we're doing on the Skeptic Sanctum Facebook page, Lantern Paranormal Facebook page, and our other affiliated pages. But I recommend going to the Skeptic Sanctum Facebook page, and then you can get all the information of where we're going to be, what remotes we're going to be at, what events we're going to, and hey, maybe we're just going to go to an event and hang out. You never know. Now for tonight's show. So Phoenix, what we got on store for tonight?
Tonight, we have pasta.
Well, we know we have pasta, that is for sure. Lots of pasta. Pasta, pasta, pasta.
We also have this lovely holiday that's coming up. It involves pumpkins, children, costumes, candy.
Don't tell me. Veterans Day.
Yes.
Okay, good. I love Veterans Day.
Yeah, the holiday all about going outside.
Yep.
Dressing up.
Yep.
Getting candy.
What? I get candy on Veterans Day?
You're too old for Veterans Day now, Dad.
Oh, darn it.
Yeah, this is a Veterans Day for kids.
A Veterans Day for kids. Okay, tell me about this holiday, supposedly.
So, growing up, it's changed slightly over the years, but it's basically a holiday for kids to go dress up, run around outside, get candy. And
it sounds like a dentist's nightmare.
Yeah, actually, it's hilarious. Dentists love this holiday.
They do.
Yeah, I mean, can you believe it?
No, I can't. So tell me what do they call this holiday?
Halloween.
Silly me. Halloween. It is October, right?
It is. This is also my favorite month of the year for two reasons.
Yeah.
One, birth month at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then Halloween at the end.
Well, that's a good way to begin and end the month.
Yeah, you celebrate, you just party all month long.
Nice. Okay, good. So, what you've probably been doing, obviously.
Oh, yeah. Yep. It's been rough.
Yeah, I can understand that. For me, I just forgot what month it was. Because, well, I've been working like
you should know
12, 14-hour days.
But it's like the fiscal new year. You should know what month it is.
Yeah, you think you say Happy New Year and everything's supposed to be happy and joyful and stuff. And this New Year has been heck on me.
Oh dear.
I've been to the ER like 3 times.
Oh my goodness.
A little bit more than that.
You never thought being an accountant could be so treacherous and dangerous.
It's like, what are you doing? Fighting dragons?
Pretty much, yeah. Jeez.
Oh dear. Like, are they the big, scary, fire-breathing red dragons? Or are they like the Chinese dragons that are really long? They have the little tiny arms, like, rah!
Well, actually, they're like electronic, computerized dragons. And they have all these, they're made of numbers.
Are they mostly ones and zeros?
No, these have like billions of dollars in them. And we're trying to make them all balance.
Like on a ball or something? Like in a circus?
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much, if anything, it's like the trained monkeys are out there doing what they need to do to get everything in balance. So, like, I'm beat. I'm wore out.
Well, it's a good thing. It's almost over.
It's almost over, thank God.
You know what you can do to celebrate? Participate in Halloween.
Participate in Halloween. All right. So I know Halloween. I used to do that. Kids dress up, and they go door to door, and they say trick or treat. And then usually, if the people are nice at the house, when they say, nice people, unlike me, they come to the door and say, trick or treat. I say trick. And then the kids, these days don't know what to do.
No, they don't.
They do trick what? I just came for the candy, mister. That's all.
Nowadays, they just kind of like stand there and kind of like, what?
Candy? What? Maybe they should just knock on the door and say candy.
They should.
Yeah, that'd be a little bit easier because, trick or treat. But back in the day, you said trick. Well, then the kids are going to like throw an egg at you or
TP your house.
TP your house, the good old days, the fun stuff.
Yeah.
They don't do that anymore.
What is Halloween though?
Well, it probably has some origins in some pagan or not Native American, but some other culture probably started it way back when, to honor their dead or something by dressing up and having a good time. Maybe like the Celtics.
The Celtics.
Yeah, the basketball team, Boston Celtics.
Isn't that the team I'm supposed to root for because I was born that kind of direction?
Or Celtics, depending on how you want to pronounce it. But I think they actually started something similar to Halloween around 2,000 years ago.
So back in 18.
No, 2,000 years ago.
Yeah, back in 18. It's 2018, so back in 18.
Right, okay, yeah.
Those were the good old days.
Yeah, a couple millennia ago. And what these what the Celts would do, they would like light bonfires, and they didn't have pumpkins, so they like hollowed out turnips. I don't know if they carved faces in them or not. That'd be kind of dorky, having little carved turnips with candles in them.
I mean, those are, unless they were really big turnips, but I mean.
Yeah, but that's use the bonfires I can see. But not anymore, because, depending on what part of the country you're in, they may not want you to have a bonfire, or fire is dangerous, especially kids and fire.
Well, I had fires growing up.
Well, yeah, and you turned out okay, I think.
I'm definitely not burning houses down now.
Not anymore, since that one time, but that's okay. We will discuss that today.
Oh, Laura Gamut's on here. You know what she said? All Hallows Eve, one night when the dead can ride.
When the dead can ride. Now, that's a very good point, when the dead can ride, because Halloween is supposed to be a joyous, festive time where, let me see here. I think it's a time for us to honor our dead. I think Trick or Treat sort of gets away from that, because we have all these kids dressed up as ghouls, goblins, the Kardashians, and whoever else they want to dress up as.
Blind referees.
Yeah, blind referees. Yeah, and being a Cleveland Browns fan, yeah, thank you, referees. The Oakland game was a sham, but then we got blown out by the Chargers, so no nothing there. We were just totally out of that one. So anyway, going back to the Celtics, I guess, or the Irish Gaelic, what their holiday was supposed to be like an end to summer, after the harvest was done, and the beginning of winter. When the pagans at the time, they thought that's when the spiritual world kind of commingled or blurred together with the living world. Because everything sort of died. It's like a vast wasteland of just cold and icky stuff. So it's like the dead, world, and you're still living there, and it was cold and icky and everybody was miserable.
I mean that's the time of year when all the bugs die, and that's definitely a time to rejoice.
Yep. And then the Celts at the time would leave food offerings at their doors to attract the more positive spirits.
Like the raccoons.
Like the raccoons especially. And then they would wear masks to scare away the other ones, the bad ones.
That makes sense. So what you do then is to encourage the people who dressed up to come to your house is you leave food outside they'll come over, they'll eat the food, and they're dressed up all scary like. So when you catch them eating the food like they're a rabid raccoon, it not only scares the ghost away, but it scares you out of the house too.
Absolutely. But but wearing a mask and stuff sort of transcends in what we're doing today. Going around house to house to kids, attracting them with candy. Unless you're a witch or something and you're trying to attract the kids into the house so you can cook them into a pie or something.
Pie.
Kid pie. Yummy. Right. So Halloween has been around for quite some time. Festive costumes. I know costumes have changed over the years.
Yeah, I mean, they went from, dressing up as, I don't know, dressing up as, demons and goblins and such, just trying to be scary looking, to, the Weatherman.
The Weatherman.
Oh,
yes.
What about the tarantula? I mean, not tarantulas, Tyrannosaurus Rex dinosaur costumes?
I mean, yeah, I would not be surprised if we saw a lot of those again this year, too.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
T-Rex costumes.
Yeah, T-Rex.
Yeah, funny stuff. So costumes have changed. But, their traditions go back quite some time into, the old Irish ways as they were honoring their dead.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like anyone's, dressing up as satin or anything.
Satin?
Satin. The fabric? The really soft, smooth fabric.
No. Phoenix, that's not satin. It's supposed to be Satan.
Who?
The devil.
Oh, yeah, the devil.
Oh God, that's pretty scary. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty scary there, Phoenix.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go with that. That's fine.
We'll go with something.
Yeah, I'd like the satin better, I guess, because that's a pretty horrendous picture there.
That is a pretty. Or we can go on to what happened? What's that 3-day holiday down in Mexico?
Oh, the Day of the Dead. Now I know this is a well, I don't know if it's Hispanic, but in Mexico, Latin America, and even Spain. Now I think it's a 3-day festival, starting on the 31st of October, and then going through. I think it culminates on the 2nd of November. They party and party and party. And then on the 2nd of November, they go to the grave sites of their loved ones, and that's called All Saints Day or All Souls Day or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
And that's when they decorate the graves.
Yeah, that's really cool and whatnot, because we don't really do anything like that here.
No, we pretty much do the candy thing on Halloween, and that's about it. But the Day of the Dead, I think that's more. I think it has some, more religious connotations to it.
Yeah, I mean, technically, if you think about it, so did Celtic Halloween did too. I mean, it was kind of like a.
Even though they were pagans.
Yeah, I mean, it was their form of religion. It was hey, let's scare away the evil spirits. Right.
Now, the Day of the Dead also originated, thousands of years ago, with some of the tribes in, Central and South America.
So, the Aztec, the Toltec, and other...
and other people there.
Yeah.
And for some reason, they considered mourning the dead disrespectful. So I guess, when somebody dies, you have to have a big party.
That sounds like something we do in our family.
Yeah, we did have big parties when people die. And so that's always good fun. You get to see people you haven't seen in 30 years.
Yeah, I mean, somebody died and whatnot, but hey, look, everyone else is alive, and you get to celebrate the one who passed.
And the dead, I guess, were still members of the community, kept alive in memory and spirit. And during this Day of the Dead, or celebration of the dead, the dead temporarily return to Earth.
Gosh.
Mind blown, I'm telling you, that's crazy. And so the Day of the Dead, I think it was a combination of pre-Christianity religion whatever they believed at the time, and it goes into some of the Christianity beliefs got mingled in with it as well. And it has transcended into like the Catholic calendar for All Saints Day and All Souls Day, which is November 1st and 2nd.
Yeah, and that all makes sense.
And it also corresponds with the harvest also. So, I mean, big party time. Woohoo.
Woohoo.
But people would dress up and scare away and, celebrate the dead or dance with the dead and stuff like that.
I think my favorite thing is like all the costumes and such that go into it.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
I mean, the costumes, the makeup, the artwork, oh my god.
Right.
It's like they put their whole year into it.
Right. I also think during that period of time as the people are celebrating this Day of the Dead or Festival of the Dead, this 3 days, they'd make altars in their house or in cemeteries, and they weren't for worshiping, but they were rather to welcome the spirits back to the realm of the living.
Woo.
Scary, spooky stuff. So if you're a ghost hunter, hey, just have an altar set up and invite the ghost back in.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be a pretty cool idea.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It seems kind of bad idea. That's one thing they tell ghost hunters: don't invite ghosts in.
I think the thing is, though, I think for them, it's like because there's that language barrier and whatnot. Some people are like, there's good ghosts and then there's bad demons, and then that's how that probably goes about. There's no malevolent spirits.
True. And what we're also seeing when they make these altars, they will have offerings, to, like food and drink and, maybe family photos and, candles for their relatives and stuff. And then, one of the things we do in ghost hunting, if you're inviting a child back in, what are you going to tempt the child back with?
Toys.
Toys or candy or something? Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Same thing we do when we go on a ghost hunt and there's supposedly a spirit of a kid. You take a doll or a car or a toy.
One thing I don't get, though, and whenever we go ghost hunting and whatnot, is why do they always try to find the creepiest doll possible to give to the child spirit?
That's a good point because, a doll with, all the hair gone or cut up, drawn on, eyeballs missing. Who wants to play with that anyway unless you're a weirdo?
That stuff scared me when I was little. I mean, I did not like the hairless baby doll I had.
Yeah.
That, all the hair was, ripped out. And I think Raven ripped it out. I'm going to blame her.
Yeah.
Yeah. You hear her shouting through the production booth.
Yep. That I don't know. You go into a haunted house and they have these toys and they're all broken and, discarded toys. Yeah, give them a new toy.
Yeah, give them maybe not a brand new toy, but something clean from the Salvation Army or something.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I mean it's
not some creepy doll with one eye and all the hair gone.
Yeah.
That's just wrong. Of course, if I'm a kid, I'm not coming back for that. That's just crazy.
If I was coming back for anything, it'd be the candy, as long as there's good candy.
Yeah, good candy is good. Bad candy, not good.
What's bad candy?
I say, well, no candy's bad. Yeah, I'm sure there's some bad ones. Can't think right now.
It's Halloween. That's hard. I mean, I guess if it was a kid who
circus peanuts.
Yeah, those are pretty nasty.
Yeah,
Peeps are pretty bad.
Yeah, if I was a kid and someone's trying to tempt me back with Peeps, not happening.
Yeah, I'm gonna TP their house. You gave me Peeps, okay? I'm gonna TP your house.
You gave me a rock. All right, cool. It's going through your window.
There it is. There it is, going through your window. That's right. So, are we the only country that celebrates, Halloween as we know it? I'm sure other countries celebrate. Mexico, Latin America does this Day of the Dead festival thing, 3 days.
Europe,
okay.
Europe does a lot of crazy, cool stuff.
Right.
They don't. I mean, they do a little bit above and beyond us sometimes, and sometimes they don't. It's a lot of mix and match.
Yeah. Well, I know when we lived in Germany, they said that I think they sort of celebrated like the Day of the Dead type of thing.
Yeah.
Because it's more of a Catholic type country. Most of Europe is anyway.
Do you remember, Phoenix, when those kids come by and it was like a week later, knocking on the door for candy?
I vaguely remember this.
Yeah, some German kids came by like a week by, and he had dressed up and everything and was asking for candy. So I had to find something to give them because I felt bad for them.
Yeah.
I mean, I would too. I mean, goodness.
So I know they have started trick-or-treating, especially with the American influence around the military bases and the communities where the Americans lived. They'd invite the German kids, and they'd actually dress up and have a good time too.
Yeah.
And it was always an excuse for the parents to get drunk.
Oh my God, yeah. I don't remember Halloween where the adults were sober.
No.
I really don't.
No.
I mean, maybe Mom was sober, maybe a few other people were sober, but since we lived in a small town, you could just walk home.
Yeah, exactly.
It was like half a mile to get to the house.
Yep, that's all. But, and so you would go door to door, and the kids would get candy, and, I'd get a beer.
Yeah, that was actually something that, if I remember correctly, didn't we go trick-or-treating one year? And they were and any parents were getting alcohol?
Oh, yeah, pretty much,
yeah.
Yep.
It's like, hey, have a shot!
Yep, good times, yep.
Yeah!
I love Halloween. That was awesome.
I mean, yeah. Stock up on the beer, stock up on the Jaeger, and you're good to go.
Yeah, pretty much. So, as far as Halloween goes, as the way we know it, Germany started it back in the 1990s. It was sort of just a marketing gimmick. It's what Halloween is here in the States now, too.
Oh, yeah.
It's marketing for, children's toys, costumes, and candy, adult Halloween parties and stuff. And, I think it started in other countries within Europe, like in France, back maybe in the 80s. The same type of thing going on. And again, it was just a way for people to make money, commercializing and marketing for these holidays, the selling of costumes and candy and, toys and creepy decorations and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, the most damage you can do during Halloween is make your own costume from go out, buy crafting material and make your own costume and not buy anything that's specifically made for Halloween.
Yeah, well, I mean, in a lot of the villages, they didn't have anything. They had to make their own costumes.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like we have all these, Halloween cities that pop up, in all these vacant storefronts.
Toys R Us has a lot of their storefronts are turning into Halloween spirits.
Yep.
I mean, that's just a smack in the childhood.
Yep, there we go. I mean, you have a Halloween store on every corner, it seems. Every old store that...
Blockbuster, Toys R Us, a couple Bed Bath & Beyonds, Best Buys.
Well, they have to be empty buildings. Best Buy...
There's a couple empty Best Buys.
Yeah.
They had a large closing a few years ago.
Or maybe Circuit City.
Circuit City, H.H. Gregg.
Yeah.
That's a recent closure. So yeah, these big box buildings, they're shutting down.
Yeah, they're Halloween Spirit, Halloween Party.
And Halloween City.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you can get everything you want from decorations to costumes to candy. One-stop shopping.
Oh yeah. Well, they didn't always have a good variety of candy. It's usually overpriced.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you can.
Everything else was normal price. It's what you would expect it to be. But then again, that could just be marketing from over the years.
Yep.
Oh.
So what about in the other countries? Let's go to our good friends in the UK.
Our good friends in the UK. What about our good friends in the UK?
This is sort of a Halloweenish type of celebration, but they celebrate a day on November 5th called Guy Fawkes Day, and they've been doing this for centuries.
Who is Guy Fawkes?
Well, he was an infamous British traitor that was executed in 1605. So
a long time ago.
Yeah, a long time ago. And with the spread of the Protestant Reformation and the disintegrating belief in the saints, the English stopped celebrating All Saints' Day, also known as Halloween, and included some of the Hollow traditions on this November day. So in some parts of England, children walk through the streets asking for pennies for the guy.
The guy.
For the guy.
I mean, if he is the Guy Fawkes.
Yeah.
Or Fakes. Fox?
Yeah,
Fakes?
I think it's Fox.
Fox? Guy Fawkes?
Folks, who knows?
Oops. Fox.
But on November 5th, they light bonfires and have fireworks and everything. And, but that's sort of like, it's got a Halloween flair to it. But I think everybody wears the same kind of mask, though. It's just that one, the Guy Fawkes mask.
The Guy Fawkes mask?
Yeah. Yeah. It's just, sort of like the Joker almost, a little bit. Perfect! That's
Guy Fawkes
it.
mask.
Yep, that would be it.
Mm-hmm.
That would be it for sure. So that's their celebration on the 5th of November. So maybe kids these days go around and actually ask for candy, go door to door and stuff.
I mean, I'd prefer to go ask for candy than pennies, honestly. At some point, if I was from the UK, I'd be like, yeah, we're gonna start asking for dollars instead of pennies because inflation.
Yeah, or pounds.
Yeah, pounds.
Yeah,
Pounds.
they like dollars, but pounds are worth a lot more.
Not too much more, just enough.
Yeah. Now, a lot of times now this Guy Fawkes mask, it's a, you see a lot of the protesters wearing this mask these days.
Yeah. Are they all just... I know it has a different meaning, but it's now knowing that this is what it was actually for. Originally it was, makes you wonder, like, are they all traitors?
Well, yeah, a lot of them probably are.
Who are ready to be executed?
Yep, pretty much.
Either by guillotine or hanging, one of the two.
Yep. So, I mean, and he was assassinated because he had a plan to, he was killed because he was trying to assassinate a king.
Okay, that makes sense.
So, I mean, there was a reason behind it, but a lot of people still take this guy as he was doing something good.
Phoenix, you like that word guillotine, don't you?
Guillotine?
Yeah, I like that word.
Yeah, off with his
Smile when you
head.
say it.
Off with his head.
Well, I heard of other holidays, too.
Yeah?
Patricia.
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 Who is Patricia?
Not Guy Fawkes. This is Patricia.
Okay, those are big, round, mammoth antelope with a big fat round body.
And they have, like, demon heads.
Oh, demon heads.
Yeah, see, it looks like...
So,
it kind of looks like Krampus, but I know this is a different holiday.
The Krampus, but these things are like humongous.
And floofy, and kind of gross looking.
Yeah,
are they Patricias?
No, I don't think they're Patricias. I think it's actually, Percha.
Oh. Patricia sounds better, though.
No, I think it's Percha.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what is this Percha about?
All right. Well, I think this one actually comes from like southern Germany area. Before it was Germany and before they had the countries, they all had the little kingdoms.
The Alps.
The Alpine area.
Yeah.
Where Bavaria in Germany is now, and Austria and Switzerland and stuff. It was a goddess that was worshipped by the pagans in Upper Germany and the Austrian regions of the Alps. Yeah. So that was that is what they were celebrating. And I'm not sure what they actually do on this holiday.
I think they like dressed up. It's kind of like the other like typical holidays where they dress up and scare away the evil spirits.
Okay, well that sort of makes sense.
I think that's what I remember like kind of reading, and I don't know if this is Patricia, Percha or not, but it is kind of similar to how they were describing it and what little reading I did do on this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like they basically just like they covered themselves up in scary masks and big bulky scary clothes and kind of ran around like evil monsters to scare away the other evil monsters. I mean, I'd get scared. I'd run away. I'm not that evil and whatnot, but I'd be scared away.
All right, let me see here. And according to folklore in the Bavaria and in Austria, this Percha was said to roam the countryside at midwinter and enter homes during the 12 days before Christmas and the Epiphany, which is the 12th day of Christmas.
So is it Krampus or is it?
Well, I think it's sort of the same. She would know whether the children and the young servants of the household had behaved well or behaved badly. Mm-hmm.
Would she throw them in her sack and take them off to eat them?
Well, if they were good, they would get a silver coin. Sort of like a tooth fairy, get a good coin. This is a good way for to keep kids in line, because if you behaved badly, she would slit your belly open, remove your guts and stomach, and stuff the hole with straw and pebbles. I kid you not. Yes.
What?
Yes, and she was this is a female goddess, and she was particularly concerned for some reason that girls had spun, and that's when they all had spinning wheels and stuff like that, spun the whole of their allotted portion of flax or wool during the year. So I guess if you were spinning yarn to make a cloth or something or clothes, and you used it all, oh well, I guess you're in trouble for that too. She would also slit people's bellies open and stuff them with straw if they are something on that night or her feast day other than the traditional meal of fish and gruel.
So she's like the female counterpart to Krampus.
It sounds like that, because if you're back
long
Europe, America, and Central America, I'm sure there's got to be something over in the Pacific Rim somewhere.
Setsubuns.
Setsuban. Japan.
Oh.
Here we go.
Well, that looks scary.
Well, yeah, that's kind of scary, because it's also known as the Bean Throwing Festival.
Bean throwing?
Bean Throwing Festival.
Why are people throwing beans?
I don't know.
Are they throwing them at each other, just throwing up in the air? What are they doing?
I know, this is what it's called.
I'm all for a holiday pelting other people with beans and whatnot, or just throwing them at people in general, or planting them, I guess. But
yeah.
If it's just kind of like if there aren't really beans involved, is it really the bean holiday?
Yeah, or it's a bean scattering. So maybe you throw, because that's a springtime thing.
Okay.
It's not happening. Is it? It's in the spring sometime. It may change based on the calendar, but it happens in the spring. We're talking maybe in February.
Okay, that's not really spring
well,
yet.
Well, in Japan it might be.
Yeah,
I think
Japan's Japan. I don't know the holidays very well. The seasons very well over there. They might be less like Ohio and be more like, I don't know, Florida.
Yeah.
Where it's like...
Well, the purpose of this special day was a ritual to cleanse away all the evil of the former year. It was sort of like a New Year type celebration.
So it's something we'll probably come back to around New Year's.
Yeah, well, we can because it's actually, it's a February. It's not the New Year, but it's like the Oriental calendar.
Okay, so yeah, so it's like it's like our Halloween and our New Year's had a baby in February.
Right. So yeah, we can get on that one a little bit later. As maybe when we do get closer to.
Like, what about these costumes, though? I mean, seriously, this is pretty cool. I mean, they're scaring away the the previous year's things. Like, why did it start? Might as well touch on it.
Yeah. Well, let me see here. The new year was felt to be a time when the spirit world became close to the physical world.
Okay, so that's like our Halloween.
Yeah. Thus, they need to perform, their celebrations and whatnot to drive away any wandering spirits that might happen too close to somebody's house.
Okay.
So you're sort of like scaring the spirits away.
Yes, because I know, like, for them, they have, like, the household spirit and stuff like that, and the family guardian. They do really take care of their spirits over there, and they welcome the ones that are wanted into their homes. But
yeah.
I assume, though, they feel like more wandering spirits are unwelcome.
Right. And the Setsubun was also considered to be apart from normal time, so people might practice role reversal. So this is where the costumes come into play, because such costumes included girls doing their hairstyles of older women, or older women dressing as, young, anime girls. Can be kind of freaky.
Yeah, that'd be scary. That'd scare me. Because
Yeah.
I know, like, no offense or anything, but, like, I know Asians, they age really differently than, like,
Yeah.
Caucasians do.
Right.
So you'll look 20 until you're, like, 80.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that's pretty scary all on its own.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm age normally over here, or I guess really not normally, but I'm going to age progressively slow and gradually, and they just kind of, like, suddenly age. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, first they're, like, tall, beautiful, gorgeous, young 20-year-olds, and then the next day they're literally a short little chubby Asian lady.
Wow.
And they got the squinty eyes, and they're short, and yeah, they're scary, and they're going to beat everyone
All right,
with the head of the broom.
Okay, here we go. So it's anyway. So the role reversal, young women dressing as old women dressing as young women. They could be wearing disguises like our costumes, and cross dressing.
Okay, I mean, that's actually really not that abnormal, though. I mean, we still get, like, people who do that over here, too, just, like, as, like, for the holidays and such. I mean...
And also the traveling entertainers, and I say traveling entertainers,
quote.
air quotes, vagrants, the people that are, like, panhandling.
Okay.
They're actually, encouraged to panhandle during the celebration.
Well,
If they're playing guitar or singing or dancing or something, they're encouraged for money.
Well, that's pretty cool still.
Yeah. So, so kind of cool, because a lot of times as what they're doing is they could be as they're wandering around doing their thing, the spirits are going to be attracted to them, and so they're going to take all the spirits away. Yeah.
That makes sense. So kind of like a Peter Piper. Yeah. Or did I get that right?
The Pied Piper.
The Pied Piper, yeah, who took away all the mice.
Peter Piper picked a bunch of peppers.
I can't do tongue twisters.
Yeah, okay. So that was that. So we talked about holidays today.
Yeah.
Halloween.
Yeah, Halloween, definitely. Percha.
Percha, yeah.
I guess it's not a holiday, it's a goddess who is celebrated.
Yeah, well, around the same time every year.
Yeah.
So the Krampus thing, and she's going to slit your belly open if you were bad.
And stuff you full of straw and fish.
Yep. Pebbles.
And pebbles.
Yeah,
Pebbles too.
pebbles.
Very small rocks.
Yeah, very small rocks. They float. Very small rocks. So we have that going for us. We talked about Setsuban.
Yeah.
Guy Fawkes Day.
Guy Fawkes Day, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So Halloween is celebrated around the world. And, from living in Germany, we do know that the Germans, the kids, they do trick or treat now. And that's sort of a new thing.
Yeah, it's
since
kind
the
of
90s.
and it's like, I know reading up on it, it's like a lot of countries didn't do that before.
No.
And I think with the world becoming a smaller place due to social media, they're like, whoa, Americans! You're having a lot of fun doing this. We're going to start doing it too.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I mean...
Should be lots of fun.
It's all fun and games until someone loses an eye, right?
Yeah, and that's usually me. Usually me. Alright, well, that sums up that for today. Now, we do have some events coming up.
Well, what do we got going on?
Oh my gosh. Well, this Friday, the Skeptic Sanctum will be live. Get this, from a haunted junkyard.
A haunted junkyard.
A haunted junkyard.
What?
That is correct.
What is a haunted junkyard?
It's a junkyard. It's a car graveyard that is full of old, rusted automobiles that are broken down, and we're going to be there.
There's also a psychic fair going on at the same time.
And a psychic fair. So we're going to be there with both, with our good friends Bert and Bonnie from Midway Metaphysical.
Cool.
They've invited us to come out and share the event with them and do some
Our new
broadcasting. And new friends of the Site Paranormal, I think.
Yes.
And so we're going to touch base with them and talk to them on the show. And we're going to see what actually you can find at a haunted junkyard. And there'll be vendors there and stuff like that and other mediums. So, we'll talk with them a little bit as well. So that is this Friday. So we're looking forward to that. Now on Saturday... Now, we don't know if we'll be actually broadcasting or Facebook Live, but there is a holistic health and healing fair that we've been invited to go. And I forgot where that's at exactly.
It's at a place.
It's at a place, yeah. It's at a big place.
Berea Fairgrounds?
Oh, okay. It's in Berea.
Yes.
Which is right around the corner.
I can't go to it because I'm doing Facebook Live for Shirley.
And
she's on YouTube now.
Oh,
she said she's switching between the two of them. She fixed things.
So we're going to be there, walking around, seeing some folks, and broadcasting. And if we can get the computer set up, we will be broadcasting for a few hours from there as well.
There's another person on here too.
Goose. So
Goose.
tune into that. And then on Halloween night, a big treat.
A seance.
A real seance that will be broadcasting and showing you the seance as it's happening.
And we bought a camera just for it. Hopefully it works.
We bought a night vision camera that hopefully we can stick it up, hook it up to the computer, and you all will see it live as we see it. And not we've done this before. I think 2 years ago, and had a good time. We're going out to the Farnham Manor House again, and it should be a lot of fun. We're looking forward to it. It's our good friend who invited us to come along,
and their name is
Gregory.
Gregory Nicholas.
Same Gregory?
Same Gregory.
Gregory.
Yes.
Same Gregory as Seance Gregory.
Yep, he did the last one, and we're going to do this one with him as well.
Nice.
And then
so we have that.
There's another event happening this month that we used to go to, but this year we couldn't go. Carnegie Library.
Oh, the Carnegie Library. Always a good event down in
Homestead,
PA.
It's outside of Pittsburgh.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, all proceeds from it actually go back into the library to help keep it running. Because this is one of the oldest like national libraries in the U.S. It has a really big, deep history.
Yeah, it does. And if you check out, we have a link to it on the Lantern Paranormal and Skeptic Sanctum Facebook pages. Check it out. The Carnegie Library of Homestead. You know, it has a. I mean, the building looks like a castle. It looks like Hogwarts.
Yeah, it's the size of a castle too.
You know, and this is they say it's a library, but it's more of a community center. And this thing was built like, you know, back turn of the century.
And
1900s.
And it's still updated to modern standards.
And it has a swimming pool.
It has a swimming pool, a basketball court, fitness rooms. So it's more like a community center.
Auditorium. Don't forget the auditorium.
Yeah. That Carnegie, the steel...
Andrew Carnegie, steel overlord.
The steel baron. He had some problems with the unions and stuff back in the day. Some people died during a riot. And a way to appease the city and the public and the workers, he built this massive community center library thing.
And then gave it to the people.
Right, he did. And until just recently, the Carnegie Trust was able to pay for it until I think just a few years ago.
Yeah, and now they're running like almost completely on like donations.
Yeah, donations. And this is an annual fundraiser that they do. They actually get to go and investigate the library. And you know, in our investigations there, we were witness to a individual, good friend of ours, who was recording up in the gymnasium. Didn't get anything while they were there, but when they came back down and played it, and we played this on one of our shows,
several times,
there was the sounds of a basketball game going on, to include balls bouncing, squeaky shoes, you know, when you have tennis shoes on the basketball court, as well as like whistles.
Yeah, and what's crazy about that is I actually finally, like about a year ago, not even a couple months I think ago, I finally saw the accompanying video because everyone was recording and whatnot, and I actually saw the video from that moment in time, and no one was getting up and walking around except for the one dude. And he like only was up and walking around for like a minute, and this is like a 10-minute long EVP.
Yeah, it is. It was amazing, and you know we tried to. We were there for 2 nights at the time. This was a couple years ago, and we went up the second night to see if we could replicate that. You know, to debunk it. You know, being skeptics that we are, says okay, this can't be true. Unfortunately, we could not prove nor disprove it because this is a public ghost hunt, so there was a lot of noise going on from the people that aren't normally ghost hunters, so we couldn't get it quiet enough in there. We were getting residual noises from other parts of the library. I mean, this is a building built back in the early 1900s, and we could not the area, the building was not clean as far as noise goes.
Yeah. Even the second year when we went back, we tried to do it again. But never once did we get the same kind of recording that they got on this EVP.
Yeah, it's like they got really lucky because like even in like the camera videos and whatnot that we had from the second night, like you could hear like all the background noise and all the like the noise pollution is the best way to put it.
Yeah.
But in the moment where there was that 10-minute EVP,
nothing else.
There was nothing else going on. It was actually like dead silent in the library. You didn't hear the elevators going. You didn't hear like commotion down the stairs. You heard nothing. I mean, not even like the AC kicked on or anything or the heat kicked on. It was quiet. They got really lucky. And then it was like the end of the night too whenever we had caught this too. So like the building was settling down because some people had already gone home or back to their hotel rooms, depending where they were. And it's like, we couldn't get that even the second year going back.
And when Joni realized that she had caught this, she was the happiest ghost hunter I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was a good EVP, and we knew they didn't fake it. Once you know other ghost hunters, you
You
trust them.
Yeah.
And she had no reason to fake this, but like Phoenix said, we saw the video of that time period with them in there, and they were not bouncing balls. They were not running around the gym making noise. They were being respectable, paranormal investigators.
And they were a good group too. Their group was a very, very good at getting like EVPs and stuff overall because of how quiet they were. And I mean, not saying that they got a bunch of EVPs because they were quiet, but it's like they were just a overall quiet group. They weren't gonna like make a bunch of background noise. So when they did finally catch an EVP, they knew what it was.
Right, without a doubt. So anyway, Carnegie Library, we're not going to be there this year, but that's going to be on the 26th and 27th of October. So it's a good it's a good event. Cheap to get in. And you get to do a little bit of ghost hunting. You get a tour of the place, and they tell you of some of the haunts that are there. And we haven't been disappointed there. Seeing books fly off the shelf that made no sense, and that's something that witnessing that happen and trying to debunk that and not being able to. Was kind of like, wow.
Wasn't it like it was Mom and I and this one of the ladies who was working there, and I think you walked around the corner or something, and you just saw all three of us jumping next to this bookshelf trying to knock something off the bookshelf or something, and we were all looking like a bunch of hooligans.
Yeah. She had just came, I had walked past her, and she was at her door.
Yeah.
And then all at once, I turned around, looked at her, close her door, and after she closed her door, she's almost walking towards me by like 6 feet, and at once this book just came off the shelf. It was a Stephen King book.
It was a new Stephen King book too.
Yes.
That they like just got in like the week prior or something too.
And she had it on display up on the bookshelf.
Mm-hmm. I think it's funny because we tried slamming the door, we tried jumping up and down next to the bookshelf. That book, after we put it back up there, would not move.
It wasn't like the binding was broke or anything, and it just like...
It was stiff. It was
a brand
new book. So, I mean, why it fell or how it fell, no idea.
And this library is known for books coming off the shelf.
Yeah, just flying off the shelves and whatnot. And it's like, I can't remember which group was there that they had like the laser grid things set up, and they had a book come out on them, and it was like it turned out to be a book about like other things and what they thought it was going to be. But long story short, the book moved on them, and they're like, ugh.
The best part was about that, she said before that moment she was not truly a believer.
Yeah, I think it was hilarious because we tried our darndest to knock that book over.
After that, she goes, well, I believe it.
Yeah, from vibrations, slamming the door, and doing other things.
I even tried shaking the shelf. It didn't fall over.
Yeah, no, it was a pretty stable shelf.
It was in the wall.
Yeah, I think that was a built-in...
Yeah, it was a built-in shelf, so, I mean...
I remember we pulled on it and pulled on the shelf itself.
We tried everything. I even tried banging on the shelf, if I remember correctly, like, next to the book, like, actually on the shelf itself. Nothing.
Well, and then what are we doing at the beginning of November?
Conneaut!
The Hotel Conneaut Lake, Pennsylvania. Psychic fair going on in there. Always a good time. Nice place. It's one of those historic... We talked about this on the show before. It's a historic hotel. If you can imagine it back in the 40s and 50s, this probably was the premier hotel, in the area. I mean, this was, the rich and famous would stay here.
Yeah.
This is their summer home away from home, and the hotel used to be bigger than what it is now. There was a fire that took out, like 3/4 of it, so it was a huge, almost a resort with beaches and a big lake. And an amusement park. And I think the last time we were there, I walked around and and did Facebook Live, and I showed folks.
Yes, we were there, I believe, in April.
Some of the pictures in there, and I walked around the amusement park, which was closed, by the way. It's kind of a surreal feeling that you can just walk around this amusement park, and the rides are like right there.
They're just there.
The train is, right there.
Yeah.
The roller coaster, right there. The bumper cars, they're there. And nothing's turned on, of course, but
they're there and nothing's on.
Yeah,
It's
some
surreal.
of them are tipped over or whatever, but it's nothing vandalized, no graffiti. It's just something out of I don't know.
It doesn't really even feel like it's out of a horror movie. It just kind of
abandoned amusement park.
That's not really abandoned because they are working on it. And that's the weird part too, is that it's very slowly being renovated. And I was like, it's pretty cool though.
And as we're there, I'll make sure and when I have the time to actually walk around and we'll go check it out.
I have a strange feeling that's going to be during the community day that you do that. And go walking around catching Pokemon.
Well, I can't do Facebook Live and Pokemon at the same time.
I bet you figure out a way, Tom Benson.
Huh. Who knows? Maybe I just might. Anyway, well, I think
there's only one thing left, and it's Becky and I are going to a place in Waverly next year in April, and the guy who's getting this all organized.
Oh, he has an event coming up, right?
He has an event coming up soon. It's like a costume party fundraiser thing.
At a movie.
And a movie. Or at a movie, or...
They're having a movie, I believe. I'm not sure. But, all the information is on the Facebook page.
We got it on both Facebook pages, Skeptic, Sanctum, and Lantern Paranormal. So we're all there. Everything's there.
Yeah, there's a few other things that are posted for, our paranormal friends. So, gotta share the info.
Oh, yeah, that's what we're here for. Spread the news.
Paranormal unity.
Mm-hmm. There it is. It's a horror movie / costume contest on Saturday, October 27th at 7:30.
The West Theater in Barberton, Ohio. Wow.
Nice. So if you don't want to go to PA this week and you're in Ohio, go to Barberton. Watch a movie. Dress up.
What's the date on it?
The 27th.
Oh, well, you can still go to PA. Different dates.
No, same weekend.
Oh, yeah, Carnegie. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking about...
Connie, yeah.
So lots of stuff going on.
Oh, yeah. Lots of things we can and can't do.
Yep, if we could only have twins and clones. And
not enough time.
Not enough time, not enough space.
Well, anyway, I think that wraps things up for tonight.
Yeah.
We got to pay our homage to the FCC.
Yeah.
The opinions and facts expressed on the Skeptic Sanctum may or may not be factual, honest, truthful, or shared with anyone with any common sense. They may also not coincide with the beliefs, moral or otherwise, of the patriotic hosts, the co-hosts, any of the unpaid interns, or management, whomever management is. The Skeptic Sanctum also reserves the right to refuse service if you are not wearing pants, tax, title, license not included, offers not valid in the District of Columbia, the province of Quebec, the principalities of the valleys of Andorra, the country of Spain, the state of Michigan, and most parts of western Pennsylvania.
say goodbye to Facebook.
Bye, Facebook. Thank you for listening.